Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, I will post in a while, except for that dance video I post. I mean, not dance, that TikTok video I post. So I'm gonna really start posting and making videos. Well, today we are gonna watch 4 scary videos, horror scary videos, and I got 4 of them I want to watch. So I didn't watch it. Like, I searched it up, and I literally searched it up, and I found these videos. I was like, "Ooh, this look interesting to watch." So it's gonna be interesting to watch. So let's see. So the first one is True Flight Attendants horror story. It's an animated, and it's like, ooh, it looked fun to watch. So let's watch. Okay, so let's start this video.
This is a story about my friend Anna, who works as a flight attendant. A few years ago, she was on a returning flight from Southeast Asia. While preparing for takeoff, she got into a confrontation with a passenger about the placement of luggage. The elderly man insisted that his personal belongings be stored separately from those of other passengers. But because he had not made a request for such accommodations in advance, the crew was unable to fulfill his wishes. Anna had recently started this job, and although she knew how to deal with many types of unhappy customers, this one in particular gave her a hard time. Eventually, a senior flight attendant stepped in.
Oh, I will kick him out or be like, get out. You being rude? Get out. Don't come here ever again.
And resolved the issue. But the old man was visibly displeased. Later, Anna was going around and taking trash from the passengers. When she passed by the old man, he held up a little wooden box and told her to dispose of it.
Don't tell me. That's the same symbol of the man. I would have knocked that. I would not. Actually, I would not get it. I would just walk like I didn't see nothing.
The box was rectangular, roughly the size of an average palm, and its lid was carved with markings that looked like an ancient foreign script. Though hesitant at first, Anna did not wish to exacerbate the situation with this passenger, so she complied. The moment her fingers touched the box, Anna felt a strange sensation flow throughout her body, but it was only for a brief second. She didn't think much of it and continued down the aisle. About halfway...
See, look at her face. It was something in that box. I would never take that.
Through the flight was when Anna began noticing something wrong. She developed a slight headache and was feeling dizzy and weak. Attributing this to lack of sleep, she tried her best to power through, but it soon proved to be too difficult to do so. Her senior was aware of the situation.
Man, they got beds in airplane. Ain't no way they got beds in airplanes.
And kindly escorted her to the crew resting area. After taking some Advil and a cup of water, Anna lied down for a nap. During her sleep, Anna initially sensed numerous tiny hairs brushing against her leg. She ignored it, thinking it was just the fuzzy blanket. At certain points, however, she did vividly recall experiencing pain. It wasn't excruciating to any degree, more like someone poking her knee with an extremely small needle. And each instant lasted for about a millisecond because she was so fatigued.
You know, I have to put my feet under the cover. You know, I cannot sleep without a cover. I have to put my feet under the cover. I have to.
At the time, she simply shifted her position and continued to rest without opening her eyes. Upon waking some hours later, Anna felt refreshed and ready.
This girl got a demon inside of her. She just woke up with some red eyes. Like, no.
To return to work. She sat up from the bed to step into her high heels. But as soon as her right foot entered the shoe, she immediately pulled out because her toe had come into contact with an unfamiliar object inside. Unsure what it was, she was scared to reach in. Instead, she picked up the shoe, turned it upside down, and gave it a few knocks against the bedside table.
What is that? That looked like a bat mixed with a spider. I don't know what is that.
To her surprise, a huge insect fell onto the ground.
Oh, heck nah. If I ever seen this in my house, packing up. No, actually, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of wood spray and spray that down.
Generating a loud hiss as it landed. The insect had a red body with black dots on the back and white triangular wings that spanned the length of an adult hand. But that wasn't the most terrifying feature. The horror, which caused Anna to drop the shoe, dash out of the room, and scream at the top of her lungs, was the sight of 4 hairy tentacles protruding from the insect's rear. It looked like a product of breeding moths with centipedes.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
Creature you might find in a sci-fi film whose protagonist was a mad scientist. Needless to say, it was an embarrassing moment for Anna, running from the resting area to the cabin where her colleagues and passengers could witness her terror. A male flight attendant quickly came to her aid and, after hearing her account of the incident, decided to investigate. Anna, still in shock, opted to stay where she was. As she stood there in her stock
again, if I was her, never worked there again, I would quit.
Feet, hair in a mess from sleeping, she nervously glanced at the passengers. What she saw sent chills down her spine. The elderly man whom Anna had argued with earlier.
No, Maybe it was him that gave her the box. I don't know.
Was staring straight at her with a grim expression on his face. His body was stationary, but his lips were moving nonstop, as if chanting some sort of ritual. Even as she paced around the cabin, anxiously anticipating what the colleague would find, the man's eyes would not leave her. 10 minutes passed, and the male flight attendant came back to report that a thorough search of the room yielded nothing.
And went under the bed. He didn't see that? How he didn't see that?
The male flight attendant came back to report that a thorough search of the room.
I'll be stepping on it.
He comforted Anna by suggesting that she probably just experienced a hypnopompic hallucination, ones that occur at the end of sleep. This explanation put her fear at ease, though only temporarily. While buckling up for landing, Anna's skirt had slid up just enough for the senior flight attendant to catch a glimpse of something strange. "Did you bump on something?" the senior inquired. Anna followed her.
I think the bug bite her or something.
Colleague's gaze to her left leg. On the inner portion of her knee, barely visible through her skin-toned pantyhose, was a linear patch of darkness, about 3 to 4 centimeters in length. She rubbed the area. It didn't hurt, and the skin was not raised. Unsure of what it was, she shrugged and answered, "I guess I must have." Exhausted after a 20-hour flight,
That's how simple. That's all I got. He gave her the disease or something. Everything gave her the disease.
Anna returned home and headed straight for the shower. While undressing, she took a closer look at her leg, and that's when she realized the dark patch on her skin was actually a set of irregular markings which resembled the inscriptions on the wooden box that the elderly passenger handed her. She then immediately remembered the prickly pain she felt during her nap on the plane. The location of the pain was exactly where the marks were. In a state of panic,
Oh, so they was making the bug was making the mark on her.
she hopped into the shower. But no matter how hard she scrubbed, the dark spot would not fade.
Man, this guy's scrubbing hard.
Since then, certain types of insects seem to have an affinity for Anna, often appearing at unexpected places around the house. More than once, she found them under the blankets as she was getting ready for bed. Other times, she would awaken in the middle of the night to find
Yeah, it's making me itchy right now. It's making me itchy.
them crawling on her. Consequently, she has been living in constant fear of her surroundings, not knowing when a bug might come out to attack her. To this day, Anna still has that mark on her leg. Whenever anyone questions her about it, she would recount the horrible experience on that flight. I have personally examined the mark, and though I'm more inclined to believe the squiggly patterns are just an uncommon variation of varicose veins, after all, flight attendants do spend a majority of the day on their feet, Anna insists that the old man had somehow placed a curse on her when she came into contact with the mysterious wooden box. Though I can't say I agree with this.
But Aquarius, he wasn't even there. She was, and he have like almost kind of the same tattoo that was on our box. So how?
Theory. There are certain points of the story I am unable to explain. For example, if the markings on her leg were indeed due to varicose veins, why had nobody noticed them before? Did they magically appear right after Anna's encounter with the old man? And why are there suddenly all these insects around her? Was all of this really just a coincidence?
Well, that wasn't that scary. That wasn't that scary. So, yeah, guys, I was thinking of doing 2 instead of 4 because I'm not gonna have enough time. So I'm gonna do one more. So let's go on to the next video. Okay, guys, this one cost Celia. I don't know how to say it. It's a scary short horror film. It's not animated horror film. So let's get into it. Okay. So, dang, this is loud in my ear.
I'm home.
Dang, hold up. I'm gonna turn that little bit, it's too loud. Yeah. You hear the knocking? I just heard a knock. I know I didn't hear the knocking. See, it was a knock. It was literally a knock. So like, knock on the door. Why the mom is dead. R.I.P. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Oh, whoa. Oh my gosh, she just came alive. That scared me. That scared me. Oh. That girl scared me. We screaming. Ew. This look like that girl Momo. Like everybody used to talk about her, Momo, like that scary girl Momo. Yeah, that girl look like Momo right there. Momo's scary too. Oh, so that scary looking thing killed the mom and the son. I'd be scared of her. I'd be running out the door. Out the door. That was just a scary sound right there. Just a scary sound. So, guys, that's all for the video. 2 horror stories. And catch you next time in the video.